Muy buenos días.
Parallel 18's Generation 3 Demo Day.
I guess they thought we were fun, smart, and I guess the best overall people to host this third demo day.
Best overall. I'm not sure this stack of index cards is a vote of confidence for us to stay on point.
We should be fine if we stick to the script. So, welcome to Generation 3 Demo Day. Prepare yourselves to be amazed by these 30 entrepreneurs and their startups.
And spoiler alert, I've already seen some of these pitches, and boy, are you in for a treat.
Now, Wanda, our marketing manager at P18, wants us trending on social media. So let's all use hashtag P18 Demo Day when we upload photos of the event, and let's give at P18 Startups a shout out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Now, before we begin, I'd like to officially introduce Sebastian Vidal onto the stage to officially welcome you to this Demo Day.
Thank you all. Hello everyone. My name is Sebastian Vidal. I'm the Executive Director of Parallel 18. Thank you all for coming. I think it's we're very excited to be here and see all of you that came here to see the companies of our Generation 3. A special thanks to the Puerto Rico Science, Technology and Research Trust. Yes. And also our host for today, the Universidad Sagrado Corazón. Thank you very much for giving us the space today. Amazing theater that you have. So we're living very exciting times in Parallel 18. And most of you know we recently launched the Impact Report of our first year. And we came to realize that more than 2,000 companies have applied to the program so far. Place where innovation happens. This was unthinkable a couple of years ago. This report also showed us that the mindset change that we want to provoke in the island is happening. Why? Because 168 Puerto Rican professionals have worked with the first 60 companies that we have accelerated. 168 people decided to stay, to learn and work for the future of the island. How is that? Amazing. So that's why we're very excited. For Demo Day first timers, this is a crucial event for our companies. This is a chance where the startups have to say what they do and also their latest achievements. In previous Demo Days, we have had a lot of success. Companies that have graduated from the program have secured investment right after Demo Day. So we know that what you are about to see and the 30 companies that are going to present, you're going to enjoy what they have to say. They have worked really, really hard until this point. So let's give a round of applause to these entrepreneurs to give them energy and motivation. They need it. So I want to thank also to our main sponsors, Merck, Morrow Ventures, UPS, and AT&T for making this happening. Thank you very much to our sponsors. Applause to them as well. We're going to do a lot of applauses today. So, the next one is going to all the guys that are with this t-shirt today. The P18 team that is helping make this really, really happen, that is executing for months to this time. So give a round of applause to the Parallel 18 team. Thank you, guys. Great, so last but not least, I'm gonna leave you guys with a truly inspiring leader for me, my boss, that recently she has received an amazing support for all the startup and business community. I'm proud to announce and to leave you with the microphone to my boss, Lucy Crespo.
Hi. Hello, good morning. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Oh, guys, okay. Reserve those applauses for the great presentation you're going to see in a couple of minutes. I'm really delighted to be here in this third Parallel 18 Demo Day. In the Puerto Rico Science and Technology Trust, we facilitate, we invest, we build the capacity that are needed to move the Puerto Rico economy forward and the well-being of the citizens. And we do that through innovation-driven enterprises, science technology, and working with our industrial base. As you know, every program that we deploy has the intention to move forward, to achieve the vision that we have for Puerto Rico. That Puerto Rico become a global recognized innovation hub that is capable of develop, attract, and retain scientists, entrepreneurs, and companies of world-class level. As Sebastian mentioned, and we are so proud that such a young program like Parallel 18 had the impacted results that we saw last week. We definitely know that Parallel 18 is one of the key programs that is going to transform the economy of Puerto Rico and is going to help us to achieve that vision. I just want to take a moment to thank, first of all the Generation 3 companies. Thank you for joining us in Puerto Rico, for your passion, your commitment to really give your best during this acceleration program. To our mentors, both visiting and local mentors, thank you for sharing your time, your expertise, and your wisdom with us and all our participants. To our investors, thank you so much for being here. And we really love to see that you, both the visiting investor as well as the local investor, had the opportunity to identify that deal, that opportunity that you want to invest on, okay? And again, I want to express my deepest appreciation to both the Trust and Parallel 18 staff for making this such a successful program. So, for the rest of the day, please enjoy your stay here, enjoy the presentation, and thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Sebastián and Lucy. We also want to thank La Universidad del Sagrado Corazón for lending us this beautiful venue, and also Inka. And thanks to both for believing and supporting innovation.
So I'm looking forward to see a bunch of pitches today, but they've asked me to give you the 411 on how this demo day is going to be carried out, in case it's the first time here. Essentially, we have 30 startups that will come on stage and present their startup. They have 4 minutes to give the pitch, and then after those 4 minutes, the investors here in the front that Denise will introduce shortly will have 2 minutes to ask questions and receive answers. If at any time an entrepreneur happens to pass the 4 minutes, someone's going to come on board with a big sign for you to applause so that the entrepreneur knows that they've run out of time.
Let's practice that. Time's up. Woohoo! Awesome. Now we need to keep that level of energy throughout the whole 30 pitches. I'm counting on you, and so are these entrepreneurs. But don't worry, we're going to have a quick 10-minute break around 10:30-ish, so you can stretch a little and grab some coffee. And then we'll be back for the second half of the pitches.
Right. And now, even though the startups here are to call the attention of the investors and potential clients, 2 of them will actually be crowned champions of Demo Day. One will be chosen by the investor panel here in the front, and another one will actually be chosen by you, the people. Thanks to our great sponsor, AT&T, you'll be able to actually text the startup that you want near the end, and then the votes will be tallied. And we also want to thank our sponsors again, AT&T, UPS, Merck, and also Morrow Ventures. At the end of all the pitches, Morrow Ventures will have a panel on stage where you can see the investor and the startup side of startup investment. So it's really exciting.
Awesome. So the awards will be given right after the panel, and that's it. I was told I could promise you you'll be out in time for lunch. Thanks to the amazing interns Adriana and Paola who are keeping us to the tight schedule. and they're up there asking us to wrap up. But not before reminding you to please use hashtag P18DemoDay when you upload the pictures. And a shout out to @P18 Startups on all the social media. And also, thanks, let's give a round of applause to these interns and fellows, right? They're running the show today. So we're really thankful for everything. And just one more thing left to do before the first company comes out here to pitch, and that's to introduce the investors here today. I'm gonna ask you to stand up so that everyone knows who's writing the checks. First of all, we have Joseph Laluz, entrepreneur and angel investor. We have Joshua Siegel from Rubicon Venture Capital. Eli Velasquez from VentureWell. Anis Rashid from WME Ventures. Trace Cohen from New York Venture Partners. And Howie Diamond from Ranch Ventures. And Patrick Chang from Samsung Next is joining us via live stream. Say hello.
All right, so you guys ready? We're about to start with the first presentation, so I want a lot of energy once we call them out. If you're looking for a personal trainer to get started on that New Year's revolution, I got just the startup for you. Please, round of applause for Diego from Entrenarme.
Thank you, Jonathan, for the introduction. I'm delighted to be here. Hi, everybody. I'm Diego, founder and CEO of Entrenarme, your personal trainer's marketplace. I want to know you something. Tell me, how many of you have ever been to a gym? How many of you still go to the gym? That's because you don't have any personal trainer. And here is where Entrenarme comes in. Because we easily connect people who need personalized training with high-quality personal trainers. In just a few clicks, our clients can compare, choose, and train with the perfect coach. And for the coaches, we are the best place to be found online. For the clients, it's free to contact the trainers, and the trainers are the ones who pay. They pay $35 or $100 per month. In exchange, we give them exposure to all our clients. The market is huge. We have more than 1 million trainers in the 7 targeted countries that we saw. And just the US and Europe, there is a 50 billion market. We are the second in the world in terms of number of personal trainers, but we are the largest global personal trainers marketplace because we are in 3 countries, UK, Spain, and Chile. And we have more than 10,000 trainers in these 3 countries. And in 2 years, we are going to be in 7 more countries. These are our results since we first started in parallel. We made $120,000 in revenue for premium plans. Our trainers made $3 million in revenue from clients, and this means that they closed 100,000 training sessions. We also have a great database of personal trainers. We have exactly 11,000, 3,000 in the last 6 months. We have multiplied by 2 our visitors, and they left to our trainers more than 30,000 messages. We are also working with big corporates to improve their employees' health and clients. And we are using it as a marketing campaign. We send the trainer to the office and they can train. This couldn't be possible if we hadn't a great team. We are specialists in business, finance, technology, and sports. And our investors are experts in finances, business, and sports. We love to fulfill our clients' dreams. So from now on, you can train with these guys. They are top athletes in the world. We've been experiencing an exponential growth. We are going to close this year with more than 3 million visitors, 75,000 contacts to trainers, and more than $300,000 in revenue from premium plans. We are raising $2 million investment to go fast, further develop the product, and a big marketing push. We are going to change the way people hire personal trainers, and you'll see it. So if you want to be part of this amazing project, join us to become fitter and richer. Thank you very much.
All right, very awesome. Investors, questions?
You indicated that the trainers are paying you a fee for premium and for standardized access to the platform, but are you taking any portion of the GMV that's going in? Like, do you have a payment portal and you take a percentage of what they make as well?
We are currently not taking a percentage because it generates friction from the clients to pay in the website, and we can scale the number of contacts to trainers in order to engage them with the platform. So now we are taking a premium plan, which is $100 or 35 euros per month. And in 1 year, we are going to provide a software where they can have the accounting and they can manage the payments. So we will consider to charge some part of the commission from the training.
Quick question about the market. For the personal training market compared to, say, the overall fitness market when it comes to gyms, clubs, ClassPass, specialized classes, where does this fit into the entire ecosystem of that market?
I don't know if I got what you said.
So, personal training, like I belong to a gym.
How big is compared to the gyms?
Yeah, where is this, how big is this market and how does this compare to the overall fitness market?
Yeah, that's a good question. In every gym, there are, in average, 4 to 6 personal trainers. So we have gyms in the platform, personal training studios, yoga studios, Pilates studios, and personal trainers from every sport. So just in fitness in the US, there are more than 300,000 personal trainers, but only fitness. You have to count tennis, swimming, whatever, basketball. So that's a huge market, yeah.
Your trainers are paying to be on the platform. Do you have a sense for how much income the average trainer is making per month off your platform, and what does retention of each cohort of paying trainers look like?
You mean because I don't hear you well from here.
Well, actually, we're out of time. But
okay.
maybe after the presentation, you can ask him the questions.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Round of applause for Diego.
Hello. Okay, so this next startup can help colleges improve retention by directing their students to the support services offered on campus. Let's hear it up for Marquette from Fletch.
Thank you. The American university system loses $16 billion every year to dropouts. And that's because half of America's college students drop out of university. In Puerto Rico, we actually have a bigger problem. 70% of Puerto Rican students drop out. Universidad Metropolitana, after 6 years, more than half of the students have dropped out. Turabo, after 6 years, 62% of the students have dropped out. And this is not unique. But what does the solution look like? If you look at the individual level, an average state college, if we could improve retention by just 1%, that would be $15 million in tuition revenue every single year. And that's why we're here with Fletch, to help universities increase student retention by driving usage of your campus's free support services. We do this by first making sure that students are showing up through our absenteeism prevention technology, because you have to show up to get the services. Then we send personalized resources to you. If you're taking a math class, you get an opportunity for tutoring for that math class you're taking. Our chief innovation we call the Fletch Pebble. We have fixed this to the wall of a lecture hall class. As students come in, it can instantly take attendance for up to 300 students, communicating directly with their phone. If they develop a pattern of absenteeism, we provide them data to drive positive behaviors. Students love Fletch. We've had a 90% download rate in the colleges that we've deployed with. Everything that happens on Fletch, whether it's through the Fletch Pebble or usership of the app, populates into a modular backend so that college administrators can measure progress. And what does the progress look like? It looks good. For example, we've deployed with Pasadena City College, #1 community college in the country. They pay $30 per student per year. We've deployed with DeVry University, the largest college in North America. We've been able to double usage of student support services across the board, tutoring, financial aid, counseling. We've been able to improve class attendance by 21%. And if your math tutors see 5 students a day, with Fletch, they'll see 15 students a day. We've designed our technology around gaps in the marketplace. We know college administrators are busy, so literally it's no work for college administrators. They don't even have to log into Fletch. And we're the only technology that can actually address attendance issues. And we know attendance is important because if you look at this budget, which is not unique, you'll see that colleges spend $100,000 just to teach professors how to take attendance. That's how important it is. We can do that at greater efficiency and many other things. During Parallel 18, we have $500,000 worth of contracts pending, and that's just from the last 4 months. I have a question for you. You guys awake out there? All right, good. Should Sagrado Corazón be the first college to use Fletch? All right, that's what I'm thinking. So let's get that deal closed. I'm Marquette Burton, CEO of Fletch. I started my career as a high school teacher, sending students into university, and too many of them failed out. And that's why we do this work. I invite you all to join our cause. We're raising $700,000 to scale our sales to reach 250,000 students over the next 18 months. I invite you to join our cause to ensure that every single student is supported in earning their university degree. Thank you.
No, stay right here.
Oh, okay.
Got to be grilled first.
Apparently people want to question me, okay?
Yeah, they want to question
right.
you. Investors?
Great job. That's an important problem. My question is just going down to like first principles. What is the primary reason for dropouts, and are the reasons different based on different schools?
Good question. So the research indicates that there's a variety of reasons, from academic underperformance, meaning they come in, they were not adequately prepared. We see that mathematics is the #1 course that students actually struggle with, whether you're talking about the community college level or the undergraduate level. We see that finances is a reason that people drop out, although when you look at low-income students, you find that there are billions of dollars in Pell Grants that are not utilized, as well as loans. So what we seek to do is take the whole menu of resources that a college has to support students and make sure that the students are using them with enough frequency to have impact.
So you can customize your program for each school?
Yeah, so we actually pull all of the demographic data on a student, and so based on your year in school, based on your area of study, you'll get a notification saying, hey, there's tutoring for Math 101, because you're enrolled in Math 101, or you might get a push notification, hey, here are internships for students in architecture, because we know you're 4th year architecture.
Cool, thanks.
45 more seconds. Quick question. No? All right, awesome.
Covered it. Thank you.
All right. So our next startup provides essential data and analytics on the short-term rental market. Please, a round of applause for Pierre from Transparent.
Hi, everyone. We're Transparent. We're the data source of record for the short-term rental industry. The short-term rental industry has been booming for the past few years. In 2019, it's going to reach $170 billion in revenue worldwide. And startups in the space have already raised more than $8 billion since 2011. Just right here in Puerto Rico, there's 15,000 auto rooms in the island. But there's already 21,000 rooms in the alternative accommodation market. That means that 58% of the total room supply in the island is already between the hands of alternative accommodations. And this has grown tremendously fast. If you look just at the past 5 months since the program started, the inventory has grown by 1,600 units. That's a 13% growth. And the problem here, that there is no data at all. There is no data on pricing, no data on supply, demand, no data at all. So all of the players from the industry, from short-term rental sites, property manager, real estate investors, they're all lacking the tool that they need and the data they need to take the relevant decision. And that's where we come into play. We provide the entire industry with the relevant data they need. So we started gathering information from all major vacation rental sites. Airbnb, HomeAway, VRBO, TripAdvisor, you name it. And basically after 2 years, what we've created is the largest database of short-term rental properties. We now track 11.9 million properties worldwide. So basically, if it has a kitchen and is rented on a short-term basis, we've got it in the database. Let's have a look at how it works exactly. So every day, Our crawlers go around the web and collect all of the information that is listed out there. If it's listed, we get it. Think of it like Google for vacation rental. What we do then is take it into our database where the information is uniform, standardized, so we can analyze it. Our algorithm then match the properties that are the same, even if they're listed on different websites. And that's unique in the market. What we do with that is then pull it in our dashboard so our users can use it and access the information. So that's an example right here on Condado Ocean Park. So here you can browse through the benchmark, find available properties, find rates, find everything you need to take the right decisions. And we also created reports, very easy to use, just like the hotel industry I've been using for decades, but for the missing part of the lodging industry. That's all pretty exciting because there were nothing like this before. But you know what, don't take my word from it. Take it from the fact that after only 11 months that we launched this product, we're already serving some of the most important brands in the space. Just right here in Puerto Rico, we're selling data to the Sheraton Old San Juan, to the Concha, the Vanderbilt Hotel, and 4 other hotels that are already subscribers to our reports. And this has allowed us to take this company from $32K revenue last year to close to $500,000 in revenue this year. And the good news about this is that we're break-even since October 2016. All of this has been made possible thanks to our team of passionate data scientists and engineers working around the clock to deliver best-in-class data solution to the entire industry. And we're backed by amazing advisors who held roads at HomeAway and Airbnb and who have helped us kickstart this project. So all of this is just the beginning right there. Our aim is to bring our data to every hotelier and every property manager around the world. For that reason, we're raising $750K to basically scale our sales and development efforts. So the round is 60% committed and there's still some room in it. So if you're interested in taking part to this company and helping us take it to the next stage, please come talk to me at the end of the presentation. Thank you very much.
Good job. Any questions from the investors?
Yeah, this is definitely a huge and growing industry. And so what's the selling point to Airbnb and to hotels? What are they trying to get out of all this information?
Yeah, good question. So everyone wants benchmarking. They want to know how fast they're growing in which market. So if you want to know how fast your supply is growing in a certain market, or is your pricing related to the other, or what are the trends in general in the industry, you want to know that. If you're hotelier, you're concerned about this inventory that you didn't size before. If you're in a part of town and there's, 500 hotel rooms that you compete with, you're happy to know that now there's 1,000 vacation rental rooms and you want to know their rates, their pricing, so you can adjust yours.
Any other questions? Okay, let's hear it up for Pierre. Now, our next startup brings solutions for the real estate development industry. Groundbreaker provides a platform to facilitate and streamline fundraising and investor management activities. Let's hear it up for Jake.
Hi, I'm Jake Marmelstein, founder and CEO of Groundbreaker. Groundbreaker is a B2B SaaS that helps real estate investment firms streamline day-to-day fundraising and investor management activities. While working at a REIT, I found out firsthand that raising money and managing investors is time-intensive and not at all scalable. Systems that real estate investment firms use are fragmented and inefficient. In my firm, we spent many days after midnight working late in the office, missing out on deals that could have been turned into revenue. And all these problems can be solved by technology, but real estate investment professionals are not equipped to change that. So that's why we provided a all-in-one plug-and-play solution. Our software helps real estate issuers streamline workflows so they can save time, save money, and get their focus on deal making. Some key features of our software are that issuers can create investor marketing materials in a fraction of the time. They can send and distribute documents securely all in one place. And as an investor, they can track their portfolio over a beautiful, easy-to-use interface. Our model is to collect an annual SaaS fee per real estate company of $12K to $25K. Now my favorite slide, our traction. We've grown ARR by 75% year to date. And we've been profitable, we're bootstrapped, and we're growing organically with 30 qualified leads coming to our site every month, and we're closing 2 new customers per month with just the CEO doing sales. Our pipeline is 200K in ARR, and we expect to close 400K ARR by the end of the year without even considering any outside financing. To date, our customers have transacted 50 million using our platform, with average investment size of 150K per investor, with 2 billion in assets listed. The average customer has 10 years of operating history. They have 10 employees, and they're transacting between 10 million and 100 million a year with 30 active investors. Now, we're in a huge market that spends $2.2 billion annually on real estate investment management software in the United States. And we have a serviceable, obtainable market of 40,000 real estate investment firms that filed Reg Ds with the SEC. We're confident that we can take Groundbreaker to 1,500 customers in 5 years to be billing $22.5 million annually. Our execution is our competitive advantage. We have a deep understanding of the market and our buyer personas, having been a first mover in the space and with backgrounds in real estate, securities, and technology. We've built scalable systems already that are going to help us scale out our marketing and sales while remaining lean and grow faster than the competition. Our team is a smart and scrappy group that's proven over 3 years that we can stay alive and execute. We have amazing advisors that can lend their deep domain expertise to taking our product to the next level. Now we're raising $2 million in seed funding to be able to refine our product, scale it to 100 customers so that we can generate $1 million in ARR in 12 months. Thank you very much, and now I'm going to leave you with a customer testimonial.
Awesome.
We started Mortgage Vintage in 2008, and CrowdTrusted we launched in January of 2015. Groundbreaker's been great because it's saved me a lot of time in doing loan sales. I wake up in the morning and sometimes our offerings are sold overnight, and all I've been doing is sleeping. I like lights out operations. Going from a manual process to an online process available through cloud-based software is the wave of the future.
Questions? No?
Okay, great.
No questions?
Thank you.
All right, awesome. All right, so everyone who knows me knows I have a soft spot for hardware. So that's why I'm really excited about the next startup, Umbo. It brings the missing visuals to the home assistant market, but I'll let Francisco explain the rest.
Hello, everyone. This is you, every morning. We all wake up with the terrible alarm sound in our phones, start browsing our days, and it's a terrible experience. From here, we got to know a few new devices like Amazon, give me a break, okay, sorry guys. Amazon Echo, Google Home, and HomePod from Apple. All these voice-activated devices, but there's still no visuals. So we found a spot where the assistance industry, the visuals and the automation, there was something to be done there. We've seen too many movies already that tell us like how we're going to be interacting with information in the future, holograms, interactive displays, and whatnot. So we created Umbo. And everything started with a what if. What if we could wake up and have all this information displayed in our ceiling? This is you waking up, having all the stuff displayed automatically in your ceiling. So you're in bed having all the stuff displayed in your ceiling. Then you have the weather in the back. You can see how the weather's outside. And we said, let's take a little bit further. Let's add gesture control. So you're still in bed and you can wave your hands and navigate through these views. And from here we started into getting the whole and fully automated and call it augmented home experience. That's another shot of how the product looks like. Then you would wake up, go to the kitchen, and we have a lot of sensors that will tell you when you are and where are you in the home, so we can give you this fully automated displays. You can navigate and start playing with it, and you get all the content you need for your day-to-day. We've got to work this out, guys. That's another shot of the display. We're very focused on productivity tools like Gmail, calendar, traffic conditions, social stuff. It's like the mainstream of information that we use on our day-to-day basis to have a productive day. This is very easy to use. You will simply connect your integrations. You would say, I want full screen of this, half screen of that, and then we'll take care of learning from your routine, so we give you what you want, where you want it, when you want it. So we can finally give you this augmented home experience that we're still missing. We're a seasoned team of entrepreneurs and engineers, crazy to make life simpler. We've been working for many years, but we've only working for 9 months on this project. We've also partnered up with top product development firms from San Francisco like Alloy that have worked with companies like Microsoft, GoPro, Apple, Acer, and many others. The traction, small numbers, but we have a case. We have finally got to a number that we can scale up. We have a CAC that is slow, and we understand the direct sales so we can get to our customer faster and cheaper. This is where we are right now. We have functional looks like prototypes. They're very tiny, around the size of a baseball. And we're looking for a 750,000 run so we can bring our team to Puerto Rico, leverage the national resources and experience and knowledge, and we can get to the next stage. This will give us 12 months to finalize the proof of concept, finish up tooling, testing, and deliver our first 3,000 unit batch so we can get $1 million in income. At the same time, we'll be working on an SDK and API release so content providers like ESPN, Wall Street Journal, or anyone you want can integrate to our platform, and you can enhance your home experience with our displays. Oops, I want to leave with that question. I feel like we've all seen where this is headed. We see where the future of the smart home is headed. So if you want to be part of it, you got my email. Thank you.
Good job. Any questions?
Can you tell me about your intellectual property and what barriers to entry you're designing into your company?
Yes, so today we believe that the best defensibility is speed. With that said, we filed a full utility patent in February this year, and we previously filed a non-provisional patent on June last year, which protects us all the way down to 2015 on the IP side. All the software is proprietary, and the part that we're like co-engineering with Alloy, it's still owned by us, all the IP.
What is the IP? I mean,
So we're working on like the
display.
algorithms. Yeah. So on one side you have the hardware, right? We have to block or find ways to delay Amazon and Apple and Google to do this. But I'm selling you hardware today, but we're a software play. We're a platform play. We're really focused on making this experience fully automated. So unlike any other voice-activated device that you have to take action and tell them, hey Alexa, tell me this. Hey Google Home, show me that. We're going to sync up all the sensors and your location, how you use it, to give you this automatically before you even take action to get all this displays.
Okay, that's not in your presentation, clearly. So if that's going to be the play for the future, you need to exemplify that in your presentation.
Will do.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yeah, how much does it cost to build and how much are you selling it for?
So we're looking for a cost around 150 without being competitive. That's thinking about like 25 to 50,000 unit batches. Eventually we can get up to mass production 100,000 or 1 million units, and then the price decreases very, very fast. Good.
Awesome. Thank you. So this next startup is from Puerto Rico, and they're working on solving a local problem that could apply to 4 billion people around the world. ZipDatum will tell us how they're fixing the confusing address system. Welcome on stage, Raul.
My name is Raul Rios Diaz, and I am the CEO and founder of ZipDatum. While many companies today are working to trying to help us reach space, back on Earth we have a lot of problems just sometimes getting to the end of the road. Take the problem that we have in Bayamón, where we have 50 street names with exactly the same name. We need the area name of what we call the urbanization area to figure that out. That's something not even Google is able to do. And worst of all, people have 50 ways of writing the same address. You know, in Puerto Rico, if these people go out of business, we'll have a problem because most of our directions include the phrase, please turn right in the McDonald's or left at the Burger King. That's a real issue. The fact is that without standardized addresses, most systems we take for granted simply do not work. And this is a problem that actually is global in nature. It's affecting a lot of people, businesses and customers, government agencies, and tourists. Over 4 billion people actually in the world lack addresses, creating a huge problem for almost half of the total planet population. We are on a mission to solve that problem and to provide information and addressing for people that have problem accessing it right now. Ours is a solution that works in markets where other solutions have failed. Our goal is to customize this solution for different markets and being able to find any address in 6 characters or less. And then being able to use those in the popular tools like Google, Bing, or Apple Maps. It's a business-to-business solution that we sell on a subscription basis, but we also monetize location intelligent add-ons as well as providing API connectivity. Addresses are actually at the heart of mapping application, of data quality solutions, location intelligence solutions, and GIS solutions. This is part of a $1.6 trillion market of geospatial services. Actually, what our vision is to have a system where people can collectively assign street names, where government can approve them, and where businesses can use these addresses to reach their customers, creating opportunities in all these areas. Our initial market is the Hispanic market in the United States, especially Hispanic-owned businesses, and in Latin America, over 600 million people that are second-class citizens of location-based services. Just the zip code is adding around $10 billion to the American economy every single year. You will be surprised to know that less than 60 countries in the planet actually do have a zip code or even a system to manage their addresses. We are a dedicated group of people with decades of experience in this sector. In my case, I used to work for the Postal Service, have been a postal consultant for the last 20 years, and I even wrote the book that is used as standard reference for Puerto Rican addresses. Our previous solution that we use as a prototype for our current one actually sold over $3.5 million in the local market. The current solution has over 42 million records and is growing. And we are actually one of a handful of companies that have been certified by the Postal Service to work in Puerto Rico. We have one customer that we save them $1.3 million every single year on direct postal costs. Right now, we have a paying customer, many industry leaders in the Caribbean region, and we are looking for investment both to increase our customer base in the island and also to expand our product to other regions. We are on a mission to change the problem and improve the issue with unreliable address infrastructure. We want to impact people's life, and we want to change how business is done around the planet. My name is Raul Rios, and this is ZipDatum. Thank you.
Very awesome. All right, questions? No questions?
They're
all right,
speechless.
well, awesome. Yeah, they're speechless. They did a really good job.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, so any office managers in the audience? Because if you are, you're really going to love the next startup. Yaydoo automates common office manager tasks so that you can focus on the more important things. Let's hear it for Sergio.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sergio. I am co-founder and CEO of Yaydoo, the platform that automates office supplies procurement. And I'm going to tell you the story of how in 13 months we reached break-even, selling more than $75,000 each month working with these companies. We realized that companies spend 30% more than they should in office supplies procurement. 30% that is lost due to bad procurement practices because office managers do not negotiate with their suppliers, they don't define budgets, and end up buying everything in last minute and at retail price. We also realized that this activity is super predictable and very easy to automate. Seeing this opportunity, we decided to create a company that is focusing only on this. That's why we created Yaydoo, your office on autopilot, a platform that automates and simplifies all the office procurement activities, saving office managers more than 8 hours each week in this activity. Using Yaydoo is super simple. You just have to let us know the employee size of your workspace, the industry in which you work, and some product preferences. Based on this information, we can predict how many products you will be needing each week and each month. And based on this, we just continue doing all the procurement for you for the future. And we have become so good at doing this that we actually help companies like WeWork provide one of their best co-working space experiences available in Mexico to more than 3,000 members in their offices. And not only that, to our suppliers, we not only increase their sales, but also automate their sales process. Right now, we're helping here in Puerto Rico, Sabater Supplies move their B2B sales activities from phone and email to a fully automated procurement tool. And well, just to give you an example, so we currently work with more than 50 customers in 4 cities in Mexico and Puerto Rico with above 80% recurrence monthly rate. And actually, we have discovered that when companies buy 2 months in a row with us, they basically stay with us forever. And the most important of all of this that I'm telling you is the traction that they're having. In 13 months, we reached break even since March this year, actually, and we're having more than $500,000 in annual run rate. All of this is thanks to the great team that we have built that has experience in procurement, in logistics, in technology, in marketing, working for companies like Microsoft, GE, BBVA, and also we have the support from different funds like 500 Startups, NextTP Labs, and now Parallel 18 here in Puerto Rico. Also, we have the support from angels from the US and Germany, and all of this is helping us go into our mission of creating happier and more productive workspaces. Right now, we're raising a seed round to continue our commercial operations in the top business cities in Mexico, as well as doing international pilots in USA and LATAM, and developing our product into a software as a service model. We're looking for investors that not only want to put their capital on the table, but also their relationships, their network, and their experience to allow thousands of companies have more productive and happier workspaces. My name is Sergio. I'm co-founder and CEO of Yaydoo. And if you want to be part of something incredible, let's talk.
Awesome.
Sergio, one question.
Sorry.
Unless you want me to answer the questions for you.
No, that's okay.
Questions?
Just curious, I know you mentioned you're transitioning into a SaaS model, but how are you charging your customers today?
Yeah, so first of all, the SaaS model is something that can be done for the suppliers. So right now, many of them are still using like traditional methods for the sales activities. And in this case, if we just connect directly to their inventories and we use the technology that we are using for automating the office supplies, this can be used for different type of verticals. So in the end, the companies, instead of having salespeople selling like just for the recurring orders, they will be the salespeople looking for new customers, and the automation is going to work for the recurring orders. So that's how the SaaS model is working, and also a subscription-based packages for all the offices is with other employee benefits and these kind of things that we can provide.
Thanks.
How long does it take usually to onboard a customer? As I'm sure like a bank has different needs and supplies than like a WeWork.
Yeah, so actually like with a customer, if they like tell us today that they want to automate their procurement, we can ship the first package in 24 hours. And based on the first shipment, in the end, we start making like small changes to be exact in the consumption. We have a tablet that we can put inside the office spaces so they can tell us when they are running out of certain products. So in the end, we are feeding this to this predictive model, and in the end, it's going to be customized and tailored for each office. But yeah, like the first shipment just goes, and then let's continue going.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so our next startup is disrupting the personal care market by providing a platform where men can buy everything they need to look great with zero judgment. Let's welcome Moises.
Good morning, guys. Whew. My name is Moises, and I'm the founder of Soy Macho. And today, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Being a man nowadays is not as easy as everyone thinks. Men are subject to a lot of stereotypes, like men cannot dance ballet, or men don't cry, or men cannot buy grooming products. Well, actually brands from all over the world have helped us develop that stereotype, have made us believe that buying grooming products was wrong. Soy Macho has innovated the way men buy grooming products. By providing them with a simple e-commerce solution, the right selection of products, and the information on how to use them. Remember, guys, in the end, this is all about you. So, we actually test the products, we buy the products, we actually pack them, and we ship them. We even make you handsome. In an ever-growing market that has grown over 46% in the past 5 years, with only 0.4% of those sales held online, we truly believe we're on the right market. And even better, the grooming market, it doesn't crash. So we're not gonna go despacito down here, okay? We're going to the US. It's a $20.5 billion market. That's actually 29 times bigger than Mexico, okay? But we're not trying to get the average man. We're going for the Hispanic market. Why is that? Because nobody's paying attention to us. We actually account for 8% of the population and represent 16% of the market share. That's huge. And nobody's still paying attention to us. Let me give you another fact. We're actually spending 10% more compared to the year before. That's not enough? Well, maybe this is. In the past 2 years that we've been making business in Mexico, we have experienced a certain traction, okay? And this traction is getting amazing. Why is that? Because we have over 80,000 monthly visitors. More than 100,000 people have joined our community. More than 20,000 happy customers. We manage ourselves to get over 28,000 monthly revenue. And even better, we've been profitable since the 3rd month. 185% year-to-year growth? That's good traction. Come on. So with a proven concept that men do care, we're coming to the US to give all the Hispanic men a place like home to buy grooming products. We want to become the #1 Hispanic grooming site and start developing our own branded products. To do so, we are raising $500,000 for inventory, marketing, and hiring amazing people. Please use this code. You can access it right now. And come on, guys. Don't be afraid to look awesome. Thank you.
Okay, any questions?
Hey, Moises. You mentioned you're raising money partially to launch your own product. Does that mean you're currently a retailer and selling other people's products? If so, what are your product margins?
Exactly. Today we're selling over 45 different brands from all over the world. Our gross margins are 40%.
Any other questions?
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Good job. So, social media, we all know, is great to promote your product, but that learning curve can be steep and require tweaks along the way. Well, this next startup, Flimper, has created tools to increase the reach and performance of social media campaigns. Come on up, Shneur Kiesel.
Beautiful morning, everyone. How are you today? My name is Shneur Kiesel. I'm Flimper's co-founder, and please, let me tell you our story. Since social media was born, a lot of business started investing a ton of money in them. Last year, they invested $30 billion, but the fun fact is that marketers, they don't really know the real return. Optimizing ads is very tough and takes a lot of time, and there is not enough human time to respond to every interaction at large scale. This is why Flimper is born. Flimper is a social media marketing tool that reads all Twitter and Instagram interaction in real time. It's not working. We are talking about 8,000 tweets per second worldwide and 1,000 posts on Instagram. Wow. And the real magic is that Flimper can, Okay, but the real magic is that Flimper can read to all of them and automatically reply each one of them, optimizing each chance, giving amazing experiences to every follower on behalf of any brand. Not only that, with Flimper, your campaign increase, your reach increase 3 times, and you double each dollar you invest in social media. We use database and big data and bots in order to do that. Let me give you an example. McDonald's wanted their customers to share their selfies at their stores from 10 different countries in order to participate for a raffle for a trip to Malaysia. So they gave the call to action, people accomplished it, and thanks to Flimper, McDonald's replied to more than 10,000 people automatically asking for their information. Sorry. Where is this? Yeah. Try it out. I invite you to experience your first campaign in Puerto Rico. We are working with more than 150 companies around the globe. We already sent almost 10 million auto-response in 1,000 campaigns. We are working with Twitter and Instagram as partners. They choose us because they get better revenue and results from working with us or in our technology. Of course, our Flimper is growing. Sorry about this, it's really making a mess. Flimper is growing and our revenue is scaling 5 times each year. And this year, we are already above the last year. Of course, there is competition, but we always find the way to be one step ahead. Our business model is simple. It goes from $1,800 to $7,500 depending on our customer needs. We have a great traction. We started the MVP in 2014. We became Twitter partners. We raised $275K of seed investment. Since then that we are over break-even. This year we launched Flimper for Instagram. We became Instagram partners. And last month we had our monthly revenue record of $56K. We are raising $1 million in order to scale our business, scale our team, cover more platforms, and establish our company in USA, our main market. Lucas and I co-founded Flimper. We met 15 years ago in my father's synagogue, and since 2012 that we are working together in the first floor of that same synagogue. We are a 15-people team. We love what we do. And please, if you want to be part of the social media revolution where we help businesses create amazing experiences to their followers, engage with them, make them love them more, saving and making money, I would love to talk with you. We need help. We need help to do more and to grow. Thank you very much.
Investors?
So this is campaign-based. When you worked with McDonald's, you said, here's your tweet, and anybody who uses this hashtag or replies to this tweet, send them an auto-response that you had already predetermined?
Exactly. Yeah. It's a SaaS. They just go to our website. It's a website app. So they synchronize their Twitter and Instagram account, and they start making there are a lot of campaigns, and this is one of them.
Got it. So you didn't customize it with them. Did you work with them on a service basis, or is this something they did completely by themselves?
Sorry, I didn't.
Did you work with them directly on this, or did they come, use the platform, and just do it completely by themselves?
We work with Twitter and with Instagram and with their agencies and with the brand manager. With all of them together, we start from the brainstorming from the brief. We help them to have a successful campaign, and then we give them the best results.
Adding to that, are they paying you on a campaign basis, or are they paying you a SaaS sort of subscription fee?
They are paying on campaign basis for monthly basis, like 30 days campaign. If it's longer, it's more money. But responding to that, we are moving for yearly contracts with all of them. we are changing our business model right now. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
All right. Don't you wish that there was an easier way to report incidents to your local government? I sure do. Our next startup allows citizens to stay engaged with their governments. Let's hear it for Daniel.
Our first definition of democracy comes from the ancient Greeks, who saw citizen participation as an important and angular part of democracy. Nowadays, thousands of years later, citizen participation is almost just going to vote every 4 years. I am Daniel Marulanda, founder of Ctzen, and we believe that citizen participation is the path to make better cities to live in. 3 years ago, I was working with Medellin government in Colombia, and we have a lot of potholes in Medellin, so we have a theory. If we put in a map all the potholes in the city, we can have the better plan to fix them all. That year, we created a mobile application to allow all citizens to report all the potholes in the city, and Medellin fixed 30,000 potholes when normally they just fix 6,000. So we realized that we can fix this. The spider web that is the communication between governments and citizens, and allow government to understand all the information that citizens can give to them to make better cities to live in. So we create a mobile application to allow all citizens to report all kinds of issues, not just potholes, but garbage in the streets, but problems with the sidewalks. They can attach a picture and then send a report. And we want to be sure that government have the tools to be efficient in the way how they respond every issue that every citizen is reporting. So we create a platform to allow government to respond faster, but more important, to plan wisely what's happening, because if they plan beforehand what to do, they can be more efficient and waste less resources and time fixing things in the city. But more important, understand, because understanding what's happening in every corner of the city is important to make better campaigns, better marketing, better solutions, because we can have some information like we can know that the 71% of the reports in San Francisco, California are trash in the streets, but you know that Chicago is one of the most dangerous cities in the US, and you can know that the most reported thing in Chicago is the broken street lights, and broken street lights are directly related with security, because darkness is insecure for citizens in some cities. And in Boston, you have that the 57% of the reports are prohibited parking, so people is leaving their car anywhere. Our business model is an annual subscription. We charge to governments to use our platform to understand and to plan and to understand cities. And a government with around 200,000 inhabitants is paying us around 50,000 USD per year. Our market size is big. We have a $7 billion market size in Latin America and almost $13 billion market size in the US. We have connected our system with Chicago, San Francisco, and Boston 311. We have worked with several cities in Colombia like Medellin, Bello, Copacabana, Mosquera. And we have a big partnership with the biggest company in maps in the world, that is Esri. We are working along with them to bring citizens not just to Latin America, but to United States, because they have big, they have a government in all the world working with them, so we want to work along with them to make better cities to live in. The founders are Daniel and Daniel, yes, two Daniels. I am the CEO. I have some experience working with government and also with tech. And Daniel is also, the other Daniel is the technical founder, and he has a lot of experience working with code. We are raising $500,000 to expand to the US to create, we are working with predictions with all the information that we have. So we are creating an intelligent artificial algorithm, and we want to make more citizen engagement with marketing. Thank you.
Awesome. Any questions?
Sorry, I may have missed this, but are you working with any cities that are actually paying you $50,000 a year?
We have some cities in Colombia. They're paying in different contracts. We have one city that's paying out 50,000, other that's paying us like 30,000, and we have around 140,000 in income this year.
Okay, and then once you roll out in a city, how does the government, or do you help them create awareness for this, for the citizens to download the app and participate? Where do you get how do you get to critical mass on that?
Yes, what we do is first, if we are working with the government beforehand, because we start talking with them, we make marketing along with government, because when citizens see that we are working with their government, they are going to download our app easily. But if we see that citizens are reporting some stuff in cities that we don't have, because app is open to everyone, so you can download it, so please download the app and report things. We use our marketing to get more citizens and then go to their government and tell them, okay, we have thousands of your citizens reporting in your city, so let's talk because citizens in your city want to be listened by you. That's what we do.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
So this is interesting. This next company offers employers a way to include healthy lunches in their employees' benefits package. Let's hear it up for Hoy Pido.
Hey. Hi, I'm Nico and I'm the founder of Soy Pido. We are the best lunch experience for companies in Latin America, providing them with logistics, a professionally created menu, software, and a very flexible payment gateway so we can integrate into different corporate cultures. Our mission is to enable and help every company in Latin America in providing pet lunch to their employees. And workplace is changing. Employees want more benefits, they need to be more productive, and their salaries are increasing every year. So in the next 5 years, it's going to make sense for every company to pay for their employees' lunch. Sorry. We're in Mexico and Argentina. We've been funded by great angel investors in Buenos Aires, 500 startups in Mexico City. Sorry. And best of all is, we are delivering over 200 meals a day, but we don't have any kitchens and we don't hire any cooks. We are a technology company. Restaurant partners join our platform, cook our professionally designed recipes, and use our custom packaging. Then we run everything through our proprietary software to figure out what's the best route, what's the best delivery provider, kitchen partner, payment processor, and create each request automatically. So of course at night you are gonna like to use Uber Eats or GrabHub. You have spare time and can navigate through their huge menu. But for lunchtime, you wanna have a smaller set of options, more like having your own private chef, and be able to schedule 4 days in advance. We delivered 12,000 meals in the last 2 quarters of last year. We doubled that number in the first 2 of this year. And because of our recent hiring of a sales director in Mexico City and new revenue streams we are developing, we are going to double that number again in the next 2 quarters. Thanks to having a low burn rate model, we can have a first mover advantage all over Latin America. We only need to hire a small local team on each big city, and we don't have to apply for any special certificates because we are not producing the food and we are not hiring the cooks. And we are going to use local equity crowdfunding as a driver for expansion. In a single effort, we get funding, validation, and a go-to-market strategy. Sorry. So last month, we did our first crowdfunding campaign in Mexico, and we needed to be successful. So we analyzed data from all previous campaigns in the same platform to understand how crowd investor mindset works. We created advertising, landing pages, email nurturing journeys, and all those efforts are replicable in other locations. And in just 30 days, we raised enough money for 18 months of runway for our operation in Mexico City. We're also raising money for our Delaware holding company, and those funds will be used for hirings in product, marketing, and technology. Thank you.
All right, questions?
Great.
Yeah. All right. Fresh seafood straight from the boat. It doesn't get any better than that. Let's welcome Alfredo from Fresca Pesca to tell us more.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alfredo Sphere. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Fresca Pesca. Our aim is to connect millions of consumers with fresh seafood. Who doesn't like fresh? Oh, who likes fresh seafood? Excellent, excellent. It's so good, it's so delicious, it's so healthy, but I bet most of you, if it's really fresh, you had to go very far away to buy it. In San Juan, try and buy fresh seafood. It's virtually impossible. Go to the supermarket here. Ask where your fish is from. It's probably from somewhere, even another country, which is incredible being an island economy. If you did have access to fresh seafood, you probably pay too much. And I could bet that you have no clue once you have that fish in your hand, where it's from, or any information about it. It gets even worse. Fish fraud and illegality is around 50%. And so really the odds are really not in your favor of having a really legal fish. We don't really know in this very non-transparent market who fished the fish, where it was fished, and when it was fished. We're in 2017, and the fresh seafood market's been operating like 2,000 years ago. So this is where the core of the problem is. It's the supply chain. Look at all those green dots. It's basically, you could have 2, 3, 4, even 5 intermediaries. The price goes from the fisherman at X and ends up in many times between 4 and 8X at the end consumer. So as a result, the fisherman is extremely unhappy and the end consumer is really unhappy. Fresca Pesca disrupts this. Fresca Pesca does it with technology, with a marketplace connecting the consumer and the fisherman directly. The consumer can book and buy fresh seafood online. They can pay for it online. They can track the seafood online. And they can actually get it delivered to their doorstep. On the other side, the fisherman has an app, doesn't get it easy. We have to track the fisherman. The fisherman they can also show with video and images his or her activity. Can also show how much they're fishing before they go out and fish or during the fishing process, and they can state a price. The end result is that you now get a fresh bag of freshness, fresh seafood, basically with a unique identifier that allows you to know who fished it, when it was fished, the story of it. How many of us talk around, our plates of food, have verified information that it's actually where it's supposed to have been fished from. The market is incredible. It's around, in Latin America, which is where we're focused, it's around 10.5 million tons, representing around $9.2 billion. And our accessible market, our addressable market of hotels and restaurants, around 16,000, and end consumers, 18 million. Our traction has been interesting in the sense that we immediately started in 3 countries. We started in Chile, Mexico, and Puerto Rico, thanks to Parallel 18. We've learned so much here. Our team, it has over 6 years of seafood commercialization experience. We've been able to validate in these countries the market research for the pricing to be able to select the right species. We've been able to create model development, several pilots, and develop the application. In just 2 days, 6 weeks ago, we sold over $15,000 in seafood in once we knew we had the model was right. In Puerto Rico, we're doing a beta launch in a week. We're starting with already 30 fishermen. We have 6 hotels, 4 restaurants, individual beta clients, and we're really excited because we've been really able to learn a lot about Puerto Rico and particularly the chillo, which is a delicious fish. And this is how we make money. We get 35% in the gross margins. The margins are so large with all these intermediaries that we're able to capture quite an amount there. We want to thank all the people who have supported us. We want to thank Parallel 18 for this amazing experience and amazing learning. We want to thank the Nature Conservancy. We've been able to raise over 150 grand from them. Packard Foundation, over 180 grand. The Rockefeller Foundation also believes in this. And we really need help. We want to give to consumers, millions of consumers, safe, legal, healthy seafood. And we need your help. And for this, we want to raise $500,000 to operate in these 3 countries to make our sales milestones, to operate properly, and to increase and improve our sales and advertising. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
Great presentation.
Thank you.
How are you getting the fishermen?
Sorry?
How are you getting the fishermen?
So our DNA is fish. Actually, we come from the fishermen. We were born with them. We started with 15 communities in Chile. We get the alpha males and females. They're the first ones to use the application. Other fishermen look at them. They make a bit more money, and then it starts spreading.
So are they making more money?
They make 15 to 30% more. That's our aim, yeah. The gap of the market gap is huge, yeah.
So, hi. How does the process work? I know that they probably go fishing at odd times of the day, and they come in and they take a selfie with every fish, or do they take a picture with one fish and then you can just say how many they have? How does that work once they have the fish?
Amazing question. First, we made the mistake of being too extreme. We almost had a video camera on board with a solar panel, and that was a complete mistake. So we leveraged just the cell phone technology. We track the information, and so we're not so invasive. It's a combination they're very creative, the fishermen. It's a combination of selfies and looking at the fish, basically. It's a 5-second video. Yeah. We went from very invasive to now, not so invasive, yeah.
Any other questions? Awesome. Let's give him a round of
Thank you.
applause.
Thank you very much.
So this next company, Inka, creates custom swag for brands and influencers. So let's find out how they do it. Welcome on stage, Frank Dembo.
Hello everyone, my name is Frank and I'm the founder of Inka. We make it simple for companies to deliver branded goods to their communities, and we've already shipped over $2 million worth of merchandise. But before we tell you about the business, let me tell you a little bit about me. This is a photo of me a few years ago when I was a developer evangelist for Twilio. I saw Twilio grow from a small 20-person startup to an IPO business last year. But one of the lesser-known secrets to Twilio's success was something very simple: T-shirts. Twilio used T-shirts heavily in their marketing, which helped them to spread their brand and close new customers. As their head of marketing, Danielle Burrell, said, it was a special way to keep the community connected. The problem, though, that many other companies face was this: the disorganized closet full of boxes and T-shirts that nobody wanted to deal with. It made me realize that although there are many ways to make these branded goods, there are no systems to really manage and scale how they're distributed when you have thousands of customers. So with that insight in mind, we created Inka, a turnkey branded goods platform. We've made it scalable on the production side to automate the entire process. We built customization so you can customize everything down to the packaging. And then most importantly, we handle all the fulfillment and shipping for you. So no longer you need to have that mess of boxes in your office. You have your inventory with us, and then you use an online interface to manage your inventory and then distribute to all your customers. One of the ways people use us is through our integrations. We integrate with the tools you use on a daily basis. So now it's simple for a sales manager to automatically send a welcome package to a new customer without ever having to touch a box. The possibilities here are truly endless with all these other options. Let's take a real-world example, Mixpanel. Mixpanel is a company that sends T-shirts to their top leads in order to convert them into paying customers. To date, they've shipped over 5,000 shirts with us, saving over $800,000 in revenue on those recovered customers with a system that's 100% automated. We've been doing that for other companies as well, doing over $800,000 in revenue last year. We're planning to do 7 figures in 2017, working with companies like Postmates, Betterment, and Rollbar. We're going after the $20 billion promotional products industry in the United States. We started in this industry because we saw a need, but as we progressed, we started to get new customers and started to get traction in unexpected verticals. The first being fashion brands, specifically fashion brands of celebrities and musicians. Celebrities are quickly becoming the new tastemakers of fashion as shoppers spend less time in physical retail stores and more time shopping online. Some of these celebrities have approached us, and we've helped them build out online e-commerce stores and fulfillment opportunities for them. This shirt from Lil Durk, who has 3 million followers, a Chicago rapper, we did their whole merchandise solution and strategy. As direct-to-consumer brands continue to gain popularity, we'll be the technology layer that fuels this explosion in brands. We built an experienced team to execute on this vision. Myself, a former programmer at Apple, our head of growth who built lead finding systems for the fastest growing SaaS companies in the Valley, and then our creative director who designed for Michael Jackson, yes, really Michael Jackson, Nike, LeBron James, and others. We're raising $750K, which will help us to build out our sales and operations teams, create some new integrations, and then build out our content and SEO strategy. We're here to stay in Puerto Rico because we love it here, and we're planning to be an Act 20 company, so we hope you'll join us as either a customer or as an investor. We're Inka, branded goods made simple.
So, very good presentation, thank you. The one thing that I didn't really see here, though, is what is the business model? You know, are you taking a cut of the revenue? Are you charging SaaS? You know, what's going on?
So right now we have a percentage or margin on the merchandise sales and also the fulfillment fee. We charge a fulfillment fee on every package that's shipped out. In the future, the goal is to charge a SaaS on each user for the bigger companies for just like more features and integrations. But for now, people are expecting to pay just the transactional fees of the stuff that they're buying. But we do make about a 25% margin on those things.
And that's 25% of your, let's say, $1 million run rate this year?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the slides you sort of highlighted the cost savings, like on the retention side for these companies. How do you directly attribute that to your products and your service?
For that use case, I talked to them specifically, and so we understand how well it's working, how much they're spending on it, and they've continued to spend more and more each year. So that's an estimation based on the lifetime value of their customers. And that's something we'd like to get deeper into because we can actually track some of that stuff for them and make it easier for them to make that purchasing decision. So they can go to their manager and say, hey, we actually gained a customer that was worth $500 by spending $20 with this. So the goal is to make it like, you're using this the same way you use retargeting campaigns or any other marketing strategy.
Cool.
All right, awesome.
Cool. Thank you.
The next startup makes retail investment simple and accessible. Sounds pretty cool, huh? Let's invite to the stage Nicolas from Quiena.
Hi. So let's wait. Okay. I'm gonna try this just to be sure. Okay, it's working. Hi, I'm Nicolas. I am the founder and CEO of Quiena. Quiena is the simplest, most accessible, and most personalized investment platform in Latin America. Now, we exist because today only the richest 1% of the population has access to personalized and actually useful investment products. But when most people who manage to save some money are trying to figure out what to do with their savings, they find an industry that tells them, if you don't have at least $500,000 to invest, you make a line and you put the money in one of the products we created for you, for the masses. And this is actually terrible, especially for the next generation of investors. I mean, in Latin America, almost 100 million millennials there are, who will have over $2 trillion in investable assets within the next 10 years. This is a huge market, and it's impossible to be served by banks because it's not profitable to serve personally with executives, each one of those persons who have $505,000 or even $10,000 to invest. That's simply not a profitable business. But luckily, Quiena exists. So you, for example, could go to Quiena.com and tell it what you want to invest your money in. Technology, renewable energy, medical marijuana, or simply diversified portfolio created by us, and how much risk you're willing to take. Quiena will generate a mathematically optimal portfolio for you to invest your money. We even offer an automated advisory mode where Quiena tells you where you should be invested in based on your investment profile. When you're comfortable, ready, you will open an investment account in the US, and Quiena will automatically manage that account for you. Now, think about it for just 1 second. All of a sudden, people who never invested in stocks before or had little experience become this sophisticated, empowered, and engaged investor. This is the next generation of investing. I mean, we are offering the same personalized investment advice that our competitors, banks, offer only to their millionaire customers. But we do it without any minimum investment requirements. And we can do these things through our solid technology and automation. This is working. We charge a one-time setup fee of $50 for accounts of less than $10,000, plus 0.1% a month of assets under management. This has allowed us to recover acquisition investment within the first 3 months, which is an amazing metric for the industry. And actually, we're taking it down on every new marketing campaign. Actually, if everything goes as it is going right now, we'll be able to recover acquisition investment within the first month on the latest campaign. I'll tell you how it goes later. But for now, we're growing at 44% a month in assets under management, 41% a month in new funded accounts. And this is in part thanks to the experience of our team. For example, our CMO, Roberto, is the former CMO of Banco Santander in Argentina, the biggest bank in the country. He was there for 15 years, and we managed to convince him to join us and try to change the investment industry in Latin America, our CMO. And today I'm here because we are scaling operations. We are raising a $500,000 investment round in order to get to break-even point within the next 12 months, which means be managing over $25 million of assets for our clients, generating over $25,000 a month in recurring revenue only. And we already completed 70% of the round. So if you see the same thing we see at Quiena, want to be part of this, I would love to further discuss the round with you. Just come talk to me after the pitch. But the important thing here is that we exist to put on everyone's hands what's only been available to the richest 1% so far. So if you want to give it a try, you can go to Quiena.com or you can come talk to me after the pitch. I'd love to. I'm the guy with the black shirt, so thank you very much.
Good job.
Oh.
Any questions?
Great presentation.
Thank you.
I think I might have missed it, but can you talk about how big this company could get?
Yeah.
The size of your market specifically, and not in people, in dollars.
Well, actually, we can get to manage directly or indirectly the savings of every people who manage to save money in the Latin America each year. Today, it is 80 million people each year with investable assets, which account to $2 trillion. I mean, we're talking about possibly BlackRock or Vanguard size, right? Because this is the next generation. They allowed us to invest in sectors or whatever asset we wanted through ETFs and mutual funds, right? But for this new generation, people know where they want their money to be invested in. People asked us, can I invest in medical marijuana? That was amazing. Like 1 month of that question all the time. They opened the account right away. So people know where they want to invest, and that's where the industry is going. We want to manage everyone's investments in Latin America, directly or indirectly, right? That's our final goal.
Any other questions? Awesome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. So I'm excited to introduce this boss lady and adoptive Puerto Rican who's creating experiences for foodies around the world. And I love this company's motto, eat well, be inspired. Let's hear it up for Leslie.
Ooh, boss lady, I like that. Hi, I'm Leslie, founder and CEO of Global Flavors. We connect people with the city's history, food, and culture through guided food tours and curated experiences. Take Sophia, for example, or not. There we go. Take Sophia, for example. She's here in Puerto Rico on a business trip. She doesn't have a lot of time, but she knows that she wants to eat local and have authentic experiences that speak to Puerto Rico's unique culture. That's where we come in. Sophia can join us in Old San Juan as we eat our way through 5 different restaurants on the Old San Juan food tour. Or she can stand side by side one of San Juan's top chefs and our sous chef for a day program. Or she can sit back, chill, relax, sip a mojito, and she can learn about the Caribbean rum through the ages with our bartender in our cocktail making experience. We bring it all together for Sophia so that she doesn't have to, and we make it picture perfect so that she can share her experience on Instagram, Twitter, or anywhere else she feels like being sociable. We are groundbreakers. We launched the first food tour in the Caribbean in 2009, and we've really taken the time to hone and perfect our craft before expanding out into the 2 new destinations where we also operate. And as far as our ability to scale, well, we've only just begun. In the next 18 months, we are going to be going to 3 more islands, doubling our company's size. And the traction speaks for itself. 35% revenue growth in the past 3 years, 2.5 million in revenue in the past 3 years. This year, we plan on grossing 1 million. That means that we are positioned to grow globally. We basically double our revenue every 3 years. We have served 40,000 customers. This year alone, 20,000 customers. We have contracts with the biggest cruise ship industries. That means that we have a barrier to entry, and we also have a consistent revenue stream. We figured out the secret recipe and how to harness the flow of customers from hotels, from online, from cruise ships, and that makes us a strong competitor. We are the #1 ranked and reviewed food tour across all the 3 locations where we operate, and we have strong brand loyalty. People come and take our experiences year after year, and when we go to a new location, they come with us. Now more than ever, people are looking for unique, authentic experiences. Sophia's uncle spent $3,000 on a Rolex. Sophia is spending $3,000 on a culinary trip to Singapore. People are spending money on experiences over things, and we are positioned to swim with that current, given our experience, our traction, and our brand. And the secret is in the sauce. I have about 10 years of culinary tourism experience. Fernando and Yaydoo combined have 40 years of financial expertise, and we have a crackerjack team of 27 tour guides and operations associates that make us a seasoned team. We're asking for $500,000 in a seed round so that we can expand and develop into new markets. We're doing great growing organically as we are, but if we had some seed capital, we could have explosive growth. We anticipate 5xing our revenue in the next 3 years. Please, don't forget that Sophia is out there looking for authentic experiences. I look forward to talking with you about it in the Q&A or after this break, which is coming up maybe by the quesito table. Thank you.
Leslie?
Any questions?
Good, great presentation. Can you break out your revenue channels for us?
Sure, it's sort of like a triangle. We have to focus on hotels, we have to focus on online, and the cruise ships.
And what's the sort of percentage that you're capturing across those?
Well, we started growing organically, so we were, first it was just word of mouth. And so, reviews on TripAdvisor, and also we've been covered by the BBC, CNN, USA Today, so a lot of organic media coverage. And then that's when the cruise ships started coming to us, and they were like, oh, we need to get a piece of your pie. So now we have cruise ship contracts in all the 3 locations where we operate, and that's a large piece of it as well. And then the hotels, of course, we have to give love to them.
So you said you had 22, tour guides. Do you employ them directly, or do you work with them and then take an affiliate fee because you help them with sales when people come to the destination?
Yeah, we have the 2 products, right? We have the curated experiences and the food tour. So the food tour we have the most experience with. So the way we've been doing it is, yes, we handpick all of the tour guides and we train them, and they become part of the flavors family, we like to call it. So they kind of drink the Kool-Aid, and I'm very picky about making sure that they, give the greatest tour possible. But the cool thing about the curated experiences is it strips away the guide and it focuses more on connecting you with the person that's giving the experience. Like our cocktail making workshop, we wouldn't really need a cultural ambassador or a guide. You just go and have the experience with the bartender.
No more questions? Awesome.
Cool, thank you.
All right, how's everyone feeling? Still with us? Wow, good energy. So you've already seen half of the startups, so it's actually a really good time to take a break. So we're gonna have 10 minutes, stand up, stretch,
get some coffee,
talk, make deals, write checks, do all that good stuff, and we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Thank you.